Hey, Jenny, how you
Hey
doing?
Rick, I'm good. How are you?
Wow, you came back,
I
and I came back, and you came back. Thanks for
yeah.
watching. This is awesome. Well, we're all here, Jenny. What do you think?
I think I am ready. I am ready for another Travel with Rick episode.
Well, I am so glad you are. I'm glad you came back. I'm glad we're doing another one of these. I really am. We did our first one in a long time last week,
Yeah,
and it felt really good. It was nice.
it was.
It
It
was
was.
nice. It kind of inspired me. So what we're going to talk about this week for me, you've been pushing, as we said, not pushing. That sounds kind of pushy. I don't mean that you're a put.
Gently,
Yeah, you've been
gently.
encouraging. How about that? You've encouraged
Yeah.
me a little bit, right?
Yeah.
More of encouragement. So you've
Mhm.
encouraged me to start doing more stuff on Travel with Rick, which I got thinking about it. It's like, okay, yeah, got some time on my hands during the pandemic. We're not going anywhere. So I thought, well, yeah, that is a really good idea. Let's explore that because we got a lot of friends out there who kind of miss some of the things that we've been doing. You guys have been sending in comments and videos and so kind, just saying, hey, you'd love to see more. So started looking around last week after our last video, and then yeah, I put it on the blog. If you guys want to go and read my blog post, kind of what we're talking about this week, you guys know I'm a big Jimmy Buffett fan, and Changes in Latitude is one of my favorite albums. Right, it's just great. And the title song, starts off. I took off for a weekend last month, just trying to recall the whole year. I started doing that, Jenny. I went through my pictures, and it's like, whoa, there's a lot of stuff there. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. From 2019. So
I know.
used to be, and I kind of said it in the blog post a little bit, I used to be better, when we're traveling, about kind of organizing pictures and putting things where I can, at least know. I think well, I keep saying last year like it was last year. In 2019,
Yeah.
I think I just kind of dumped everything in a folder. I just collected it all. I still took a lot of photos. Do you have what do you, I mean, I know you're a traveler, you're a blogger, you're a great graphic artist. How do you keep up with all this stuff? Do you do it by trips or by the year or months or what?
I try to do it by trip. Um, when I'm really on my game, I will copy things into more generic folders too. That's when I'm like really on my A game. So I'll have the trip broken down by different restaurants or ocean view or what, the hotel or wherever I'm going. And
Yeah.
then if I have some really good ones, I'll move them into more general folders. That's when I'm on my A game. But like you, I typically, when I get home from a vacation, it goes into one folder and then it goes into to be sorted.
Yeah.
And then I could do it the next day or I could do it 6 months from now. I mean, no one's
Yeah.
perfect, but I've definitely been where you are, where I go, oh wow, I have a lot of pictures
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go
So
through.
so did I tell you? Yeah, 2019, I think it was close to 6,000 photos. A
That's
few little video clips,
crazy.
mostly photos. I've sorted them into 26 folders, I think, that I have now. So I did a little blog post, just kind of talking about that, and talking about how I know I've gotten behind and how I know I need to do better, because typically that's what I'll do. Again, when I was on my A game. If I ever had an A game, I bet my A game was probably, like, to you, that'd be like a C, maybe a D minus. I don't know. Um, but if I was ever on my C game, if I ever dreamed of having an A game, I would be like, yeah, I would come back from a trip. I would go through the photos, call, because I just, I probably, like a lot of people, if I see something, particularly on my iPhone, I'll just grab a couple. I mean, I'll
Oh
just
yeah.
click, click, click.
Oh yeah.
And so I try to go through those and delete the duplicates or delete the blurry ones or the ones that aren't quite right. And kind of go through that. And then what I like to do is I'll create a folder within and move them into that trip. That's, again, A game stuff. But then I like to pull out 10 or 15 of my favorite ones, and I'll go through and kind of
Yeah.
edit those, maybe, you know, um, lighten them or whatever I need to do there, and then size them and use those for a blog post.
Mhm.
That's like, that would be A+ game stuff for me. I'm trying to get back there. What do you do that?
I
Do you go ahead and kind of think blog posty? Because I know you're a great
I
blogger.
do. I think blog post. I also think social media because I post a lot for the agency and myself
Yeah.
on social media. I also edit a lot of my pictures, so oftentimes within a trip, I'll have a folder that just says edited. It could say edited for blog, edited for Facebook, or simply
Wow.
edited, where I've, cleaned things up. And then I'll try to move those into my like top pictures. Or again, this is a plus plus game. I haven't
Wow.
I haven't done one of those in a while, but I also haven't
Well,
really gone anywhere in a while. So.
yeah. Well, that's amazing. I would totally aspire to that, but I haven't gotten there. I will be honest with you. I haven't gotten there. But I did want to talk a little bit about this blog post just because I thought it was cool. So if you guys haven't seen it, just go to travelwithrick.com. If you're watching this on Facebook or somewhere else, hop on over to the blog. Probably the most recent. If not, I think it's trying to recall the whole year. So is the name of it. But just there's not a lot. We're building content on there now, so I'm sure you'll be able to find it. But I did post a few pictures on there, just kind of looking through that year and picking out some of our favorites. There's one, and I think I posted it on Instagram last year when we were actually in the destination in Bordeaux, and it's just this long corridor, and the walls are so old, and I just remember that chateau. It was in a chateau, and our guide was walking us down this long hallway, and it was like it just I don't know, I just got impacted with how long it was and how cool it was and just how old it was just being there, just thinking that's where a lot of the wine history that we know and now everything comes from. It's just really cool. So I shared a few photos like that. You saw the post, right? It's not, as a world-class blogger like yourself, it's not too bad, right?
It's really good, and it gave us a real good idea of what you've been up to for the last year and kind of what your
Yeah.
goals are.
Yeah, at least that Bordeaux trip, and and in doing that, what we're going to do is, like I said, I got a few more folders that we can go through and stuff. So I have some trips that we're going to talk about. We're definitely going to be talking more about this Bordeaux trip. I mean, it wasn't just Bordeaux. During that trip, we started out in Paris, so we spent a day in Disneyland Paris. We spent the most wonderful day in Versailles. Leslie and I've been to Versailles before. We did an adventure by Disney to London, Paris a few years ago, and took the kids when they were very young. One of the days was at Versailles. And so this time we went back, but it was a little different. We toured the house, the castle, in the morning, but we went to the gardens, which we've never been to, in the
Oh.
afternoon. And it was just the most wonderful day. So I've got some great photos from there that I want to talk about. So yeah, we can spend a lot of time just on this trip to France because after Paris, we took a train to Bordeaux, which again, trains in Europe, I mean, they're just so they're fast, number one. They're
Yep.
cool, I mean, they're just cool. And I know everything has changed. So right now, until I'm more out in the world, Jenny, of what traveling is like post-COVID, I'm gonna remember a world pre-COVID right now. That's kind of where I'm
But
stuck,
that's important too, and that's beautiful. We have to remember it's not like that none of that happened. So I think
Yeah,
it's great. I'm
yeah.
excited to dig more into that trip because I've seen some of your photos from that trip, and it that one really blew me away.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
I was
So
pretty jealous.
yeah, we'll spend a good bit of time on that. Well, not a good. We'll spend a couple of weeks of episodes on this one for sure. Because like I say, we
Yeah.
got the day in Versailles. Just the place that Leslie found for us to stay in Paris. We spent, I think, 3 nights in Paris before we went on to Bordeaux, and she found because of our group, we've stayed a lot of different places, and stayed in some nicer places. We tend to like, particularly in Europe, like little boutique type hotels, think places that have history, places that aren't big and bustling, but are kind of more small and quaint. And that's what our friends had kind of asked for on this trip. And Leslie just knocked it out of the park. She found the most quaint, beautiful, historic hotel. They had this great little lift. I have a video. I can't wait to show you this one. I have a video of Leslie going up in the lift. Now you remember when we were at BBC and Vero a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago? We had the handicapped cottage with the elevators.
She
Go ahead. You know
I have
Leslie in
video.
elevators,
I have video of her on that elevator too, with the
right?
glass of wine that she did not spill.
Right. She's a
So
pro. I'm
yeah,
telling you. Yeah.
she
So
is. She
so
is.
this elevator that we were in Bordeaux or in Paris rather, this little quaint hotel, it kind of reminded me of the lift at Club 33 in Disneyland, California, that Walt loved so much that he actually patterned after another elevator in a little hotel in France. So, it's just kind of cool memories like that, little places that they say. So we're going to share some of that, obviously. And then when we get to Bordeaux, my goodness, we have the river cruise, we have all the chateaus, we have just some cool stuff that we did while we were there. So I think we're going to be able to do some content here. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I
Yeah, me
hope,
too.
yeah, I hope it'll be fun for you guys. We're going to share more of that kind of stuff as we go along. I'm going to try to be putting a lot more stuff on Facebook and more stuff on the blog, both in blog posts and video. What do you think? Right? Should
I
work.
think it's perfect. I think I love to see their pictures in your blog post. I think you really are skilled at picking out the best pictures and kind of describing what you were feeling and thinking at the time, and it kind of brings us along on that trip. So
Yeah, so I'm not. I'll admit it. I'm not a great blogger.
you
I
are.
do exactly what you said. I'll grab a couple of photos for a trip, and the way I like to do blog posts, I don't necessarily always like to read a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes reading on your device it just gets long, right? And going on about trips. So I don't like to write a lot, and I certainly don't want to try to describe Bordeaux to someone, to try to describe the wine to someone who, I mean, when you run, I mean, some people I know would enjoy maybe hearing that, right? But if you
Mhm.
think about it, I'm not a wine expert. I'm certainly not a historic expert on Bordeaux, but I can tell you a little bit about what I was thinking when I took that photo. And so that's how I tend to do it, not try to, bring all the history out, because I certainly not, like I said, not an expert on it, don't know it. But if we have a photo like the one of this guide taking us down this beautiful long corridor, then I can say, hey, this is kind of what I was thinking. And that's what I call them, picture books. They're like
Yeah.
picture book blogs. And so what we'll do maybe is we'll do some picture story blogs like that, and then we'll do like this. We'll kind of go through them and talk about them in a video. So you kind of get the narration along with the picture blog. How's that?
I think it's great. I think there's going to be a lot of um, adventures we can go on that way.
Yeah,
So,
and we'll do it. Or what's going on Travel Chat, Jenny? You've got some
we've
Muscle
got
Travel
some,
Chats coming up, right?
yeah, give me a little plug. I'm so excited for what's coming up on Must Love Travel Chat. We have this week, we'll be focusing on the Contemporary Resort, Disney's Contemporary Resort, which is just
Awesome.
awesome.
My favorite.
And coming up, we have our representative from Carnival Cruise Lines, and she's going to give us some tours of their private islands. Uh, her enthusiasm, I felt like I was there just watching her. It was really, really fun. We are also going to talk to our representative from Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, who takes us to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, of course,
Wow.
which is Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas, which I know you and I have both been there a few times. It
Yep,
really is a perfect
it
day.
is
Um,
lovely.
Thrills, chills. So that's going to be really exciting coming up over the next few weeks.
Sweet, can't wait. So make sure
Yeah.
there'll be a link below. Make sure you check out Jenny's YouTube channel for Must Love Travel Chat and check out all the videos. I've been on a few over there, and I'll be on some more. And she's got
Yep.
a lot of great content there. And sounds like you got a lot more great content coming up. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait till we can all get back out to cruising again. That's going to be
Ugh,
cool.
I can't wait. I'll be on the first one as soon as I
Yep,
can.
sign me up. All right.
Sign me up.
Well, Jenny, thanks for being here. Thanks for helping me talk
My
about
pleasure.
some of our photos and some of the stuff that we have coming up. Guys, we're just getting back into this. Hopefully, it'll be something you want to see and something you'll want to come back and see. And tell your friends. Leave us a comment. We love to hear from you. Listen, be well, travel safe. We'll see you right back here. Thanks, Jenny.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
everyone.
Bye.
So long.